You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. This is SoapDirt.com, and we have got the latest Days of Our Lives promo for you for next week. We are going to tell you what's in it, break it down, give you our analysis, and then we're going to show you the promo so you can see for yourself what you think is going to happen. On this week's promo for the week of April 10th through 14th on Days, there are 4 big scenes. We've got Kayla trapped in the wine cellar at the goat farm, and she finds a very intriguing letter that ties back to Bo's childhood and his origin story. We've also got Hope, Brady, and Harris Michaels looking in Greece for Kayla. Of course, they have no idea she's nearby, but locked into a wine cellar thanks to her brother. We've also got a brawl between Bo Brady and Patch, and that is a little callback to some ancient history of note on the Peacock Soap. And then we've got the last piece is Eric and Nicole hitting the sheets because they are hopped up on some drugs. And so this is a whole big basket of fun, it looks like, on the week ahead. The very first thing we're going to see is Kayla finding a letter, and she reads, "My dearest Caroline." It is a love letter from Victor Kiriakis to his baby mama, Carolyn Brady. If you don't remember, Carolyn and Victor had a secret affair that predated her character and his character's debut on the NBC soap. And it was in 1986 that Bo Brady found out that Sean Brady wasn't his dad and that Victor Kiriakis was, although there was some back and forth. And at one point, Victor actually lied and said he had a vasectomy so that Bo could take comfort thinking that Sean was his real biological father. But then later he had to embrace the fact that he is a Kiriakis, at least half. So Kayla finds this letter. And it's very interesting because, as we all know, John Aniston passed away last year, and then they continue to keep the character alive, and they continue to name drop him. And so here is another case, and Kayla is locked down in the wine cellar while Bo Brady is off doing stuff, and she finds this letter. And it'll be very interesting to see what's in it, and hopefully we'll get a little more backstory, maybe that we didn't already have, about her interplay with Victor way back in the day. The second big scene is Hope Brady with Harris, and they are looking for Kayla. Everybody's following up on different leads right now. And of course, Hope does not know Bo is alive, and she doesn't know that he took Kayla. First, they thought it was Thomas Banks because Megan lied to them, and then now they think Dr. Rolfe has her, and of course, they're off the mark in both directions. But Hope and Harris are going around to different taverns and locations, and they're showing off pictures of Kayla and asking if anyone has seen her. And one of the proprietors gets hot under the collar about them asking questions and raises a baseball bat, and it looks like Harris might have to kick some butt. We'll have to wait and see, although his hopefully homicidal tendencies are gone now because he had the de-brainwashing happen to him, but we'll have to see. And Hope and Harris are going to share more kisses next week because she doesn't yet know that her soulmate Bo is alive. What a really interesting moment on this promo is between Bo and Steve Johnson. Now, Bo is at this police station and he is masquerading as Shane Donovan, head of the ISA, because he is trying to get the 3 prisms that are being held there in a local police lockup. And originally, Alex Kiriakis had been trying to buy him, but Maggie told him to drop it. And so he called the corrupt police officer that was going to basically steal him for him. And he said, no, thanks. And so Bo is there trying to get him. It's all part of his thing where he's going to build this Kiriakis serum, and he's just got a whole bunch of weird plans. So Steve happens upon him there, and they have a big confrontation, but Bo is not himself. He is not himself at all, but it's clear that he has not lost his memories because they end up brawling, even though Patch tells him we're friends, we'll always be friends. They brawl, and Bo holds a knife to him and says, I'm going to take your other eye too. If you do not remember this piece of Days of Our Lives history, it was Bo Brady who took Patch's eye all those years ago. That was back when they were in the Merchant Marines and they had fallen for the same woman. And of course, she was a whole bundle of trouble. But they ended up brawling over her and they ended up in a knife fight. And that is how Patch lost his eye and became Patch. And so now Bo is threatening to take his other eye. And in the promo, he's actually doing a stabby thing. So hopefully, poor Patch will not lose that second eye, because then he'd be Patches, right? And he'd just be blind, and that'd be terrible. So hopefully that won't happen. But it's definitely, there's all these fun callbacks to history during this promo. Also, the last little tidbit is Eric and Nicole hitting the sheets. Of course, he is currently involved with shady lawyer Sloan Peterson, and she is currently deeply involved with EJ DiMera. However, this coming week, Sweet Bits Bakery gets hit by a bit of tampering, and some new biscuits they've made are drugged, and a bunch of Salemites get a hold of them. Well, Eric and Nicole are two of them that enjoy the biscuits and then enjoy each other, because they hit the sheets and looks like they do the deed. And then Sloan shows up at Eric's room above the pub, and he's trying to keep her out, but it's too late. She pushes her way in, and she sees a naked Nicole in his bed, and Nicole is still high as a kite and says, "Howdy, Sloany Baloney," which is pretty funny since these two hate each other. So if you were hoping to see an Eric and Nicole reunion, well, you're going to get one this week, of a sort, but it's not exactly the kind of reunion that fans of Eric Hole have been hoping for, but it will definitely be enough to steam up Sloan, who is already upset about everything going on in her life. So that's everything that is going down, and that's kind of the context for what you're going to see. And now check out the promo.
Dearest Caroline, I know what I'm asking may be impossible.
My sister-in-law was kidnapped. Have you seen her?
Wait.
You will always be my closest friend in the world.
I took one eye. How about I take the other?
Oh, Eric, I want you so much.
Howdy, Sloany Baloney.